Harvey Talks Prison here. If you're new, hit that subscribe, share, hit that like, comment. Let's get into this. Somebody had asked me about racist people in prison and what happens to them. Well, I'll tell you this. When I first got to prison, there was racist people in there, but these people were established people, been there for a while, and but everybody that went through the walls, there was not doing anything, just doing your time. You was going to be tested, somebody was going to try you. As time went on, it seemed like people in prison got excuse me, some people in prison got softer, prisons got softer. The walls were violent because for one, there was no ACs, no air conditioning. Another, there was no cameras, so there's blind spots everywhere. Every day there was fights and stabbings, and so that was just the life there. But later on, like years down, I did 29 years, so like years down, I've noticed a change, the type of people coming in. You had people coming in that were not racist, but would join these groups that were racist for protection, for safety, You had some that did come to prison and they was racist on the street, and they came to prison, they was racist. And a lot of times they didn't care what anybody thought about their beliefs, they didn't care. And unless they joined a group of like-minded people, they usually end up getting into it. And some of them were secret racists, closet racists, or whatever you want to call them, because they were around other white people. They talk all this racist nonsense, but as soon as white people came around, black people came around, then they was, "Oh, what's up, dog? How you doing?" Be yourself, man. I have more respect for somebody spouting off that racist nonsense than I do somebody who spouts it off and is not real about it. When they're around black people, then they're acting like they're buddies to them. They're in the closet about it. The ones who are straight up, they don't care. I have more respect for them than those who try to hide their racism. Whatever your beliefs are, just be yourself. Don't try to hide who you are. But anyway, there was one instance of a guy. This was in Farmington, and when you go into chow hall, well, MSP didn't have this, but all the other chow halls I've been in did have this. You go in and there's a rail and there's a wall, and you walk along this wall until you get your tray, and then you go find you a table and sit down. And you usually sit with somebody that you hang around with. In front of me was this white dude that I knew, but I didn't really mess with. And he was one of those racist types, those idiots, But in front of him was this black dude, and this black dude was patting his head like this. And the guy looks at him, looks at me like, what was he doing? So then the white dude started making monkey sounds and doing this until the black dude turned around. As soon as the black dude turned around and the white dude started laughing, I'm getting under that rail, and because it had already started pretty much, and people behind me started getting under the rail too, and COs come in, maced them, and the thing is, people that are already eating, the way they do that in Missouri, people that are already eating, when they mace people in the chow hall, they let them get up and get another tray. Another time, I seen a guy out in the yard with his friends talking, and he said the N-word. And I'm walking a lap with a couple other guys, and we didn't know he'd said the N-word. We only found this out later. But there was a group of blacks walking, and these guys were just off the walk. And I guess this guy said this, and these guys just, because they just all of a sudden ran and jumped him, and I just beat the tire out of him. And it just looked like they just did it on randomly, but it wasn't randomly. They had heard that guy say the N-word and went and beat him down and hurt. I never saw that guy again, but I think he just got seriously hurt. But he's lucky that's all that happened to him. So I'm doing this video not only to answer a question, but to put a message out there. When you come to prison, don't join a group for safety, whether they're racist or not. You know, because I've seen people do that, and then when they get into it with somebody, then all of their buddies are gone, because they're pretty much the same way. There ain't no real, well, there are some real ones, but you ain't got no like ABs in Missouri that I know of. If there is, I don't know about it. But you ain't got any really that I know of hardcore ones. And so a lot of these guys make up these, you know, they form their own little groups. I call them wannabes, you know, and but all they're doing is just forming a group for safety. Don't do that. You know, whether they're racist or whether they're not. Don't join a group or an organization or anything like that just for safety. Don't come into prison if you are racist, and then for me, just I'd leave that at the door. That'd be your best thing. Don't be spouting it off to your friends and then being buddy to blacks when they're around. You know, that's just hypocritical, you know. It's, those of you, there have been a couple people that's come to prison and became racist once they was in prison, but that's very rare. And they let it be known why, you know, and it's usually because something bad happened to them. But that's all I got for you today. But the best thing that you can do to avoid all of this is not going to prison at all. And if you've been in prison and gotten out, don't go back. Those of you who've been to prison, you know it's not cool. There's nothing fun about it. Enjoy your freedom. You know, make wise choices. Don't do anything that'll get you locked up. And thank you for watching. Bye.